In the chat, you will find today's workout. So we've got as many rounds as possible in 6 minutes, and we're gonna do little groups of 3 exercises. So you've got 6 minutes to work on the goblet squat, push-up, and side bridge press. And I'll just show you those real quick. So goblet squat is, feet flat on the floor, holding that weight up nice and tall here, squatting down so that you can touch your butt to the couch, and then back up. The push-up is, plain old push-up. I would suggest spreading your fingers nice and wide, maybe changing your hand position as you go through, so you're not doing the exact same push-up all the time. Remember, you can modify to your knees if needed. You can modify to a wall if needed. And the side bridge press is, you're gonna be on your elbow with knees bent. So you're on your elbow, knees bent at 90 degrees. You're pressing your hip pocket up towards the ceiling. So it's not that you're not doing a side crunch, you're actually taking your bottom leg and pushing it down into the floor. Okay, so that's gonna work the outside of or the hip that's closest to the ground. So you get some work there. SLDL, just holding one weight, one hand, you're holding the weight in, tipping back on that side. We'll do both sides there. And obviously with a side bridge press in the first group, you'll be doing both sides as well. So it's 10 on each side. Rotational row, just a little bit different than the standard row. When your arm is straight, your palm will be facing out. And then as you come up, the weight turns. So these end up being harder just because you have to control the weight more. There's more rotation. So that's the rotational row. And then lateral bound is just a hop or a step from side to side. So you're here, you can hop and step and stick your landing, hop, step, and stick your landing. Okay, so I think those are pretty standard for us, just putting them together in a different way. Okay, so let's go ahead and roll out and get started. Can you guys hear me okay back here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so just starting off, let's roll in front of your legs here, pulling out your shin. Give a couple of passes there, working all the way to the outside of your shin. Same on the other side. And moving on up past your knees to your quads. So we're just rolling out the front of your leg. Remember, we're tilting slightly from side to side. Wait to All right, let's lay down on the floor, popping that knee up on the roller, on the inside of your leg here. It's a good idea though. And let's switch sides. And good, let's switch to the outside of your leg now. So we're rolling up and down the outside of your thigh. Make sure you're working all the way above your hip bone here. So we work in between your hip bone and the crest of your hip. And from there, you can just kind of roll onto that cheek. And we work your way to the other side. All right. Once you're done going down the side, you can go ahead and sit on the roller, cross your leg over. Today we're going to just have everybody try not just rolling forward and backward like you normally do, but try shifting side to side. Just we're pulling those tissues different directions, getting to move in different ways. We're just pulling that tissue across itself rather than just rolling up and down. Switch sides if you haven't yet. Again, we're looking for a spot that gives you a little bit of a zinger. And good, last one. Here, we'll lay down on the roller. Rolling out your shoulder blades. Tip to one side and the other. And good. So if you have a roller, turn it so that you're sitting on one end and then the roller goes right down your spine. You should be able to rest your head at the end of the roller. If you don't have a roller, that's okay. You can do this on the floor. We're just going to do plant your feet, but we're going to do the top half of Snow Angel. So we're here, we're just going through a stretch. You should feel this stretch in your chest. Do this for about 20 seconds so that you can pause where you need to pause in the place where you're getting a good stretch. Check in with your low back. Make sure you're not arching up off of the roller too much. You can arch up a little bit. Might be a little bit of space there, but not too much. All right, let's go from the Snow Angel to a floor slide. So we're just making the letter W as you bring your elbows down into your back pockets. Again, check in, make sure you're not arching up. And then we reach up into the letter Y. And we're sliding up and down there. Should feel a stretch through your chest, through your shoulders. And relax. Roll off to the side. So you're no longer on the roller. Bring your knees up even with your waistband. Okay, we're going to take your thumb and trace a rainbow over your head. And the whole time you're doing that. And then we close over top. Taking that thumb, drawing along the ground. You should be able to watch the whole time. Your thumb may come off the ground at some point, but that's all right. As you're tracing that rainbow with your thumb, let's make sure your knees stay stacked right up on top of each other. Do one more here. Nice big reach up over your head, big rotation in your upper back. Belly stays strong so you protect your lower back. All right, switching sides. Again, knees stacked right up on top of each other, fingertips out in front of you. Tracing your thumb along the ground. And closing up over the top. Again, we're going to make sure that your knees stay glued right on top of each other. As you reach, that means your belly's going to have to stay strong. about 2 more here. All right. Let's come up to half kneeling. So from here, we're just getting a hip flexor stretch, keeping your tailbone tucked down and under. Then hands are gonna go up on top of your head. Whatever side is up, you're gonna tilt to that side. So right now my left knee is up. So I'm just gonna tilt, point my ear and elbow at the ground, and come back to the middle. So every time you tilt, we wanna feel that stretch down this side. Okay, the side that you're tilting away from, you should feel an extra stretch. We also want your spine to kind of flex to the side there. Keeping that tailbone tucked under, don't let yourself arch your low back. And let's switch sides. Find your hip flexor stretch first. Once you get your stretch, arms are gonna come up over your head. We tilt to the side. Think about the tilt comes from the top down. So first thing to go is your head. Your head pulls your upper back over. Your low back should still be strong and stable. Okay, good. Let's take hands to the floor right from there. We're gonna straighten your front leg. You got your roller nearby. You can put your roller under your hands, or we're using this as our hamstring stretch today. Let your back heel drop down to the floor. We're stretching behind the front leg. We're stretching out your calf, the back leg. And let's go ahead and switch. Again, let that back heel drop down towards the ground. Feeling a stretch under your front leg. And relax. Keep your hands on the ground. Work your other foot back into that push-up position. From here, we're gonna do 5 stationary inchworms. So walk your hands into your feet, tap your toes, walk right back out into a push-up position. Your feet stay glued to the floor here. Hands, shoulders, and core do all the work. On your last one, you're gonna walk yourself into your feet, and we stand up from there. Okay, just getting going here, we're gonna do just 20 body weight squats. So we're just up and down, getting into this squatting motion. Find out where it's comfortable to have your feet. Making sure you're spreading that floor apart as you go down, so your feet should be trying to pull the carpet out sideways. Shins should be parallel to each other. Feet nice and flat on the floor. All right, and the last one here, lateral lunges, just stepping out to one side, stepping out to the other. And we're good to go. All right, so the one surprise here, we'll count this as part of warm-up. We're gonna do that Turkish get up drill where we do one get up every 30 seconds. We're gonna do it for 3 minutes. Okay, so in the past we've done it for 5 minutes. We'll just call this part of warm up. So you're gonna do every 30 seconds, you'll do a Turkish get up on one side, and then we'll alternate to the other side. So grab a weight to get up with. That's where there's some mornings where the weight feels heavier than others, that's for sure. Okay, so we're laying down on the floor. Whatever hand has the weight, that leg is going to be bent. And we're going to do one get up in 30 seconds and then switch to the other side. Doing the next 30 seconds, okay? All right, so we'll get started here. Laying down on your back. Whatever side has the weight, that knee is bent. And we're pushing that weight up towards the ceiling. Use your elbow to help prop you up. All right, now we're coming all the way up and all the way back down in 30 seconds, okay? All right, ready? And here we go. Disregard the beeps here. So keeping your eyes up, you're going to want to keep your eyes on the kettlebell. Back down to the floor. As you're resting on the floor, we're going to switch sides. Got 15 seconds left because that countdown thing was on. Sorry about that. All right, in 3, 2, 1, we got the other side. Here we go. Eyes always up. Let the floor support that weight. Back down. Got 10 seconds to rest. We're going up on the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Ten seconds left. We'll get to number 2 on the second side. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Second side. Second rep. Last one on the first side in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Make your goal to try to keep your heel glued to the ground as you sit up. Ten seconds until the first side, or sorry, the second side. This is our last rep. 2, 1, and here we go. Again, sitting up, keep that heel glued to the ground. And that's that. All right. So, like I said, we'll consider that part of warm-up. Now we should be good and ready to go for our as many rounds as possible. Okay. All right, so remember the first group, goblet squat, push up, and side bridge press. So there's 10 of everything. Keeping it nice and simple. Just going through at your pace. I'll be checking in. But yeah, we're just going through as many rounds as you can in 6 minutes. So I'll set a countdown timer here. Okay. So we're ready to get started with goblet squats, then push-ups, then that side bridge press where you're driving your bottom leg into the floor to lift your hips up. Okay. So we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, and goblet squats. Here we go. From here, it's kind of where you end up because everybody's going to be in different places. On your goblet squat, make sure your feet are staying nice and flat on the floor. Finish that movement all the way up to the top. Remember to spread your fingertips nice and wide on your push-up. We just stay right on the floor for this side bridge press. I'm not lifting my top leg, I'm pushing my bottom leg down into the floor. Remember, we got 10 of everything. Nice and easy, or simple, I should say. Three and a half minutes left here. Three minutes left, halfway through this group. Remember, as you get back to the push-ups, try to vary how wide your hands are. Trying different positions there. Same with the goblet squat. You can find some different foot placements that might do different things for you. 2 minutes left. Final minute. Twenty seconds left. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. And that's a wrap for the first group. All right, we'll rest for a minute here while I'm explaining the next three. SLDL, again, whatever hand has the weight, that leg is going to go back. All right, so we're trying to hold, ideally we'd have the foot off the ground for all 10 reps, but if you're tapping your toe at the top, that's totally fine too. Rotational row, the difference there is you set one foot forward. It's almost like another SLDL, but you stay at the bottom. So your palm is going to face out. So right now my palm is facing the camera. Then as you come up, you turn and rotate your palm in. So now not only are we lifting the weight up and down, we're also rotating the weight. All right, so you do that 10 times on each side. Last one, lateral bound or lateral step. A bound is a jump from one foot to the other. So for us, that looks like this. That's 1, 1, 2, 2. So we're sticking our landings there. If the jump isn't comfortable for you, it can just be a step, step, step. What we're most looking for is a good, solid, balanced landing on the other foot when you land. Okay? All right. So 6 minutes left today. We're going to get started with the SLDL. Going at your own pace. 10 reps of everything. 10 reps of everything. Okay? So we're reset, ready for 6 minutes. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Making sure on that SLDL that you finish all the way at the top. So don't leave yourself looking at the floor. Two minutes down, 4 minutes to go here. As you do your lateral bound, your toe should finish at your ankle, not way behind you, right? We don't want to be kicking behind. So we just tap your toe to your ankle, go to your ankle. Okay, we're halfway done with this set. 3 minutes left to go in the workout. Minute and a half to go. Final minute. $25 seconds to go. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. And that's a wrap. All right, since both of you are already standing, let's stand tall. Go hands on hips. With hands on hips, you can kind of check your hips too, right? So your hands are on your hips and your hands are not level. Try to bring your hips back to where your low back is in neutral. Shouldn't be like tucking your tailbone under, but we also shouldn't be letting it stick out. We're just staying nice and tall here, giving yourself as much room to breathe and expand as you can from your waistband all the way up to your chest. Every breath expands everything, so not just your chest. You want to pull that air down, spread your torso, breathe right into your belly, into your sides, into your back. Taking those nice deep breaths, your chest is also going to expand. That should happen second. As you get your breath back, as your heart rate comes back under control, we should be limiting the chest breathing. Okay, so no more of the chest expansion, but we want breathing down into your belly and everything expands. So think of that as kind of pulling your diaphragm down like the balloon filling up, and then exhale, the balloon empties. All right, spend the next minute breathing here, guys. I gotta get running again today, but great job. Tuesdays, believe it or not, are the lighter days. So whatever you got out of today, I found the second round took a long time, so it's hard to really push it, but first round was pretty challenging. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.